Hi, I'm Amina. Today, I'm happy to introduce you to Sandy Goodwin. Sandy is a registered nurse and a fearless living coach and EFT tapping practitioner who helps women stop procrastinating and build their confidence so they can go for their goals. Welcome, welcome, Sandy.
Thank you, Amina. It's nice to be with you.
Sandy, tell us a little bit of your, tell us a little bit about your background.
And well, I'll tell you, a little bit about the EFT. So that's what, we're talking about in this call. So I learned about EFT about 2013. So it was a little while ago. I actually had attended, there was a talk on EFT. And I attended that, and I was interested because she was talking about having chronic pain, and I had chronic pain. And so she was talking about how this thing, EFT, works with chronic pain. So I was really fascinated with it. It had really helped her a lot. And so I started, after I heard the talk, then I started working with her as an EFT practitioner that she was. And then that was in 2013. And then so I did it on my own, worked with her, and the pain was getting better. We were working a lot of other different things that I was having some challenges with. And then in 2015, I did a 4-day intensive EFT training with somebody named Dr. Dawson Turch. And then after that, I started working with people with EFT. So it was helping me, relax, ease the pain some. I was feeling a lot better. And so people started asking me, well, how do you do that thing? And so I started working with others. And then I got certified in 2017, went through a certification course with Deborah Lindsay and got certified then. I've been working with clients ever since.
Wow. So you've been working with the clients since how long?
I've been actually working with people since 2015, more like family, friends, that type of thing. And I brought it in. I'm a fearless living coach. I've been doing that for like 17 years. So I worked with some of my fearless living coaches as, or clients as well with that, helping them, move through the fear that they have. And so I would bring the EFT in there when they would have particular, I'm really afraid of this, I'm nervous about this. We would work on the emotions and also with beliefs that they had, things like that, we would work on with the EFT. And then the certification actually was 2017. And then I started working more specifically with EFT clients.
Good. So what do you feel like best about EFT?
What I like best is it's just adaptable. It's very flexible. You can use it with all kinds of things, like I mentioned just a minute ago about emotion. So I use it pretty much every day myself, and then of course with my clients as well. So some days I'll just go through and it's like, what is up with me today? Maybe I was worried about something, and so I'll tap on the worry. Or maybe I've got some neck pain again. I've got a tightness in my neck, so I'll tap on that, and it works with beliefs. Sometimes, the technology gets a little crazy sometimes and it gets a little frustrating. So I might tap on the frustration of technology. And, it's flexible. It can do it with so many things. It also works with trauma as well. So that's what I like best about it, I think.
All right. So do you have any particular specialty in this clients?
Yeah, I sort of have one main specialty, and then I work with two different types of clients. The overall probably topic area would be stress, but it's stress with procrastination and then stress with physical symptoms. So the primary type of clients that I have are women who are sort of high expectation of themselves, kind of perfectionistic a little bit, and they're procrastinating on things that they really want to do that's important to them. Like maybe they want to write a book. Or I had a client who was in a course, a program, and she was procrastinating on finishing it. I have others, like I said, who might want to write a book. I had another one who wanted to start a business or get her business going, and she was procrastinating on doing it. And so they know they're procrastinating. And the reason that they are is because they feel like they're not going to do it well enough. They're not going to do it good enough. They expect themselves to be perfect really on first go. And so they avoid doing it and find distractions. And so what I help them do is, with EFT, working through those thoughts like I'm not going to be good at this, I can't do it, and then the emotions that go with it, and we work through that and help them focus on small easy steps to take so they build their confidence, and then they can achieve their goals. And so my clients, the one that had the business that she wanted to get started, she got that going, and she's doing great in her business. The other one who wanted to finish the program, she got her course finished, and she's moving on to use that as a business now. So I love that. And then sort of the second specialty that I have, I work with clients also who have the physical challenges, because I'm a nurse, and also because that's sort of how I started with the chronic pain. I'll have clients that have particular physical symptoms that they, again, usually pain, or I have one client who has a lot of different physical issues that she has, and the stress creates that. And so then we work on those physical symptoms with her, and also, again, the emotions and beliefs that go along with that. So those are the two primary specialties that I have.
Would you say there is a misconception about EFT?
I would say I think there is, and well, there's probably a couple of them. One, sometimes people just say, oh, that just doesn't work. And usually they haven't tried it, or haven't tried it with a practitioner. And the other misperception I would say is that people sometimes think that if they just go on the internet and do some tap along videos, and I have some, so I know they're good, they can help you with some basics. But if you really want to go deeper, then working with a practitioner is best. Again, I started working with a practitioner when I first learned about EFT, because what happens with the tap along videos, they're great for general. And again, I do some tap along videos where people tap along with me online, or they just do some online stuff, but they're general. So if I'm doing a topic about a procrastination, I can do a tapping about procrastination, and that might help someone a little bit. But what's underneath the procrastination is those thoughts and beliefs of I can't do it, I'm not good enough, or it's a specific procrastination, like it's about writing. So we would talk about staring at the blank page and what do I put on it. So it helps to be more specific, and only a practitioner can really help you do that, because I have a mentor who used to say, you can't see the picture if you're in the frame. So you can't always see your own things. You need somebody to be able to see things that you can't see. And that's what a practitioner can do. Plus, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. There's more techniques that you're probably not going to see on an online tap along. It's something that only a practitioner knows how to do, to take you through different things, particularly if you have a lot of chronic health issues, if you have trauma. Those things really need help much better if you're working with a practitioner.
Very good. Very good. Do you have any stories like to share with us, or the results might have surprised you, amazed you?
Actually, I have one that was with my dad. This was a couple of years ago, 2018, so a couple of years ago, and he had had open heart surgery. And about 2 months after he had had open heart surgery, so he was recovering, but he still had that, and he was 85. And he came down with flu-like symptoms. So this was pre-COVID. So this was 2 years ago. And my mom called me and said, they lived 3.5 hours away from me. So it's not like I could jump over there and go. Again, I'm the nurse. So he was having issues. And she said, Dad's really sick. I don't know what's wrong with him. And so, here I am 3.5 hours away. So, well, let me talk to him. And so I'm like, Dad, how are you doing? And I could tell from his voice, he was really shaking. Well, I'm not doing so well, so he sounded sick. He couldn't even hold the phone. He was shaking so badly. And so I said, well, Dad, I don't know. You may need to go to the ER. He's like, I'm not going to the ER. I do not want to go to the hospital. He did not like going to hospitals. In ER, nobody does. And so I said, well, Dad, we could try tapping, because I had done some tapping with him for probably I started back with him in 2015. He was really good about doing that with me if there was something up for him. We did it after his open heart surgery to help with some of the pain and different things. So I said, we could try tapping. I don't know if it'll work, but we could try. So he said, okay. So we started tapping on the fever because he had a fever and chills. So we started tapping on the chills and the fever. And again, you do a full round of tapping and talking about, oh, this fever, or oh, these chills, I'm shaking so bad. And we did probably about 2 rounds. And then I said, how are you doing? And he said, and a round is when you tap through the whole thing. So we did about 2 of them. And I said, how are you doing, Dad? And he goes, better. I'm doing better. He said, I wasn't able to hold the phone. I can hold it now. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. And so we, I needed to take a break because I was getting ready to go somewhere. And I said, you want to do some tapping on your own or just let it sit? And he goes, well, I might do some. And then I said, I'll check back in with you. So I checked back with him and he was better, felt a lot better. And to make sort of a long story short, we did just a little bit more later, and within probably an hour, because again, I had to go somewhere, and then I checked back in with him, everything was gone. The fever was gone, the chills were gone, he was feeling fine. And that was probably one of the biggest surprises that I had done. There's another one later, in another story, maybe I'll tell that, but I was amazed, and so was he. And so was my mom, in terms of how that works. So EFT can work. One of the things that Gary Craig, who is the founder of EFT, the modern EFT, said was, try it on anything. So that was what I did. I tried it on that, and it worked really well for him. So
you sure he didn't take Tylenol?
He didn't take anything. Didn't take anything. Didn't take anything. It just calmed everything down, and that's what EFT does. It's
So
calm
it
the
helps with
mind.
the physical symptoms.
It did in that case. And also, of course, he was a little worried, right? So we tapped on the worry. I don't want this to be anything. I don't want to go to the hospital. There was a lot of different things that we tapped on in those rounds because it definitely wanted to hit the emotional piece as well. And so we tapped on the physical symptoms. We tapped on the worry, tapped on the I do not want to go back to the hospital. We tapped on all of those things within those rounds that we did. And it calmed it all down for him. So I was very thrilled. I was very thrilled that happened. And so that's when sometimes EFT can be surprising. And I just want to say, not everything works like that. Most of them have levels, and that's why I say working with a practitioner helps. But that was a case where it worked really fast.
So for the final question, how can someone contact you if they like to work with you privately as a practitioner?
The best way probably for everybody is just to go to my YouTube channel, just Google Sandy Goodwin YouTube, and you'll get my YouTube channel, and all my contact information is on there, my website. You can go to my website and then look up the information and the contact information there. So that's probably the easiest place for people to find me. So.
All right. It was nice talking to you, and thank you for your time. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate this information, and I hope more people take advantage of EFT and take care of themselves. Thank you for being here with us.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, it was great talking with you.
Thank you.